The 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 no, that's Mission Impossible. Uh, wait, how does it go? Mortal Kombat. Dun 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 da 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 da. Mortal Kombat. Yeah, it's from Street Fighter. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good tune, if I do say so myself. Yeah, so I just watched the new Mortal Kombat movie. It came out last night, and I watched it last night, and I guess I'm gonna talk about it now. There will be spoilers, I guess, for this, but there really isn't much to spoil. And let's just jump into it. First of all, I know nothing about Mortal Kombat, okay? Everything I know about Mortal Kombat, I know from Video Game Donkey's semi-recent videos on the Mortal Kombat video games. I know I know about Scorpion. There was a guy. He's like a guy in like a yellow thing, and he says, "Get over here." And then there's like a blue Scorpion, and his name was like Sub-Zero, and he's blue. He's cool and stuff, literally, because he's literally cool because he can make ice. Get it? It's a pun. What I expected out of this movie was just like fun, dumb action movie. Just like a fun movie where like this bunch of blood and like lots of action, not a whole lot of character work, just like brutal action and cool stuff. And well, I didn't necessarily get that. You may think, oh well, okay, well maybe there's more emphasis on the characters. No, maybe there's more emphasis on the world building. Definitely no. There's 5 locations in it. They're all just like a fucking green screen, a fucking rock temple, that looks really dull and boring. A fucking cabin in the middle of nowhere, a fucking train junkyard. The fucking bullshit. It's a fucking fantasy movie. There's like 5 locations and they're all dull and boring. It's, I don't know how to explain this movie. Uh, uh, the characters just kind of dick around for most of the movie. The entire movie is just a couple characters in like one location, just kind of dicking around, not really doing much, just kind of talking and about just weird, like inconsequential shit. And it's not even like character work. It's not like you're developing these characters through the conversations. It's just them talking about exposition about 100 fucking thousand years ago, there was a guy, and there was Sub-Zero, and there was a Mortal Kombat tournament and shit, and no one cares. When it gets to the action, it's really good. I love the first scene especially. It's just a great scene. It's just great action, great blood, great effects. I love it. But even then, the action isn't always great like that. Like at the end, the main character just fights a big fucking ogre, just a giant ogre. It's just there, and it's not really satisfying when it's it's not really satisfying when it's just a guy against like a giant dull creature. I prefer it when it's like mano a mano, like when it's actually like two human beings fighting each other and ripping their fucking throats out and shit. That's the cool stuff, you know? And when it's there, it's incredible. There's a scene where there's like a demon wing lady, and then there's like a guy, and he basically swings on top of her and rides her, and then he throws his hat onto the floor, and when it falls onto the floor, it keeps on spinning, so it's like a buzzsaw or something, and then he rides the demon lady into the buzzsaw, and it cuts her in half, and it is beautiful. That is the best thing ever. That's all I wanted from this fucking movie. All I wanted from this movie was just some good action, just some good blood, and instead I got just dull characters doing dull things in like a dull location. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not against Mortal Kombat having good characters or character development. If if that's what they wanted, then sure, go for it. Go for the character development shit, but don't actually put like time and effort into developing those characters and don't just have it be like, oh, this guy has a wife. Like that's not character development. It's just a thing that the character is he just has a wife and even then, not everyone not everyone has even that. So that's pretty much yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this movie, honestly. Sorry, this is just kind of a weird video, but I I I just I I just had a little bit of a rant to kind of get out of the system. So I give this movie a 6.7 out of 10. I know you might think, what, 6.7? What? That's way too high for what you just said. But just know that the movie was fun, okay? There were some fun moments, okay? I still think that a sequel could work. A sequel could definitely 100% work if they just completely go all out on the dumb, fun, brutal action. Okay, that's all you need. All you need is just a couple of characters with some cool that look cool, that have some cool powers, and you just have them beat the shit out of each other. That's all I need. That's all I need, man. Okay? Just that for like an hour and 40 minutes. Obviously, sprinkle in some character development. If 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 not, if you don't want too much character development, you don't need that much character development. If you if you want it to be a character-driven story, then have it be more character-driven than action. You can have the action just sprinkled in throughout. Like the movie could either be 70% characters, 30% action, or the other way around. Honestly, either way could be great as long as the character stuff is great. If not, then it's gonna be another 6.7 or lower.